Today on America's Court with Judge Ross.
I'm so in tune with the Lord spiritually that I don't mind. I feel like I'm giving a God.
You don't have an issue with him being a religious person.
No, sir. No.
You're just saying, can you take it someplace other than the sauna? In my courtroom, it's about equity and fairness. Stop. Is that true? I don't want you to understand. I want you to overstand.
Yes, sir.
That's why they pay me the big bucks. Justice should be more than just some foreign concept. I actually want you to learn something. That's not gonna happen. Not up in here, not today. And boom goes the dynamite.
Fair, firm, compassionate. This is America's Court with Judge Ross. Lawrence Fuselier claims he can't enjoy the sauna at his gym because the defendant ruins the experience by preaching to everyone there like he's leading a church service.
All rise. Remain standing and come to order. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Kevin Ross presiding.
Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated.
Mr. Fuselier is suing Thomas Richardson in the amount of $3,500.
All parties have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Deputy Thomas. So we go to the gym, we're working out, everything's great. We go to the sauna, we start talking about God, and next thing you know, we're fighting. That's what this is all about. All right, Mr. Fuselier, what's going on, man? Talk to me.
So, Your Honor, I'm an overworked man. I work in merchandise warehousing as a logistics specialist. Mm-hmm. The gym is about 5 minutes away, Joe's gym on 3rd. And, as soon as I get off, I just want to decompress, release the stress that's, work has given me.
Right. And I get that. For some people, they want to release stress. For some people, it's their zen, it's their sanctuary. I know that you were suing a gentleman named Mr. Doolin. He was supposed to be here who represented the gym.
Yes, sir. And
for reasons that we don't know, he chose not to show. So in suing him, that you're going to have to still file that separate claim because from what I recall, you ended up losing your membership at the gym.
Yes, sir.
And so you were suing for that. And what did you say, sir?
I said, that's tragic.
That's tragic. Well, but you had something to do with that loss, correct?
Essentially.
Okay. Well, Mr. Richardson, you also attend that gym.
I do.
And one thing leads to another, and then you assault Mr. Fuselier.
No, I didn't touch him, Your Honor.
Okay.
I didn't touch him. I didn't saw him.
All right, well, let's talk about it then. You tell me what happened.
Judge, I've been going to Joe's gym for 15 years. I go in, do my little workout. After, it's just been a mess the past 6 months.
The gym has been a mess.
It's dirty, Your Honor. You wouldn't even want to step in.
Meaning that the cleanliness standard has dropped?
Tremendously.
Okay.
And again, I've been going there 15 years. So, I may have a little OCD, but, when you're used to a certain thing, things how it should be.
Well, you want the gym to be clean.
Right, and it just hasn't been.
But you continue to still go there. Why not go somewhere else?
It is 5 minutes down the street from the house.
Can't beat that convenience.
I don't want to, if I don't have to, if I really didn't have to, it'll be a different story. But
well, Mr. Richardson doesn't work for the gym. He's just an attendee like you. So how does he factor into the quality going down?
So every time after I finish my workout, I always want to hit the sauna. And Mr. Thomas is always there just preaching, What
do you mean he's preaching?
I feel like we're in a church service in a sauna.
Wait, I'm not following the story. You go to the gym, you work out, you go to the sauna, and all of a sudden you feel like you're in a church service.
Yeah, because Mr. Thomas is in there preaching to a few members.
Okay, talk to me, Mr.
Your Honor,
Richardson.
that's a lie. I'm a pastor. I'm also a member at the gym.
Okay. How long have you been a pastor, sir?
I've been a pastor now for about 4 years.
Okay.
I was recently incarcerated. I got out.
Stop. You spent some time in custody.
I spent some time in custody.
For what purpose, sir?
For robbery.
For robbery?
Yeah.
What was going on with you, sir?
I was just young and dumb and needed the money. But I'm a changed man now. I'm reformed.
Mm-hmm. What caused the reform?
Just not wanting to live that life no more, seeing what it was behind bars and seeing that that's not for any man.
And you had that revelation?
Definitely. So I carried it with me when I got out. I've been out now for 2 years.
And then how did you become a pastor when you got out?
So when I got out, I went through a program through a mentor that I knew, and I was going to church. I found a church home, and it just all came, you know what I'm saying, came easily. It came easy. So I liked it for myself, so I ended up being a pastor at the church I was going to, which is across the street from the gym.
Okay.
Yeah. So I seen the gym. I feel like the Lord was talking to me.
I mean, because I can look at both of you and tell that you spend some time in the gym and you work out and so forth.
Yeah.
You have even a bigger build.
Yeah.
So you said, let me combine my love for God.
Yeah.
And my physical health.
Yeah. Let me get gains and let me get some grace too.
Coming up on America's Court.
I just said, you know, hey, be quiet.
This is what you said to Mr. Richardson?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then
you didn't say it like that.
I mean, I said, hey, you know, can you be quiet, please? And
you
then,
didn't say it like that either.
If you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lawrence Fuselier, who is suing Thomas Richardson for battery and emotional distress.
Are you approaching people at the gym and saying, can I pray for you?
So, Your Honor, sometimes I do.
That's a yes, no.
I do, yes.
Yes, so you do that.
I do.
Okay. And you don't see a conflict with that?
I think that it's definitely a choice. You don't have to listen to me.
Are you having these conversations in the sauna?
I am.
Okay.
I am.
If I go to the gym and work out, when I go into the sauna, I don't know if I necessarily want to hear someone giving me a sermon as opposed to just going there and being quiet, because maybe I had a long day and I just need to meditate and think. But if you're in there holding a worship service, that person can't just walk out because there's only one sauna. That would be problematic for me. Not to say that I wouldn't appreciate what you had to say, but if you don't want to have that experience in that moment, you can't enjoy the sauna. And how many people are we talking about are in the sauna when this is taking place?
When I went in, it was 3 people at the time.
And it was just, and were they
Your Honor, they asked me.
I'm talking to him now. Did it seem as though they were receiving what Mr. Richardson was offering?
Out of the 3, 2 were listening. One had his head down, just looking at the phone. So I'm not sure if he was listening or paying attention.
Okay.
And I just, you know, mind my business, walked in, and then I just said, you know, hey, be quiet. And
This is what you said to Mr. Richardson?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then
you didn't say it like that.
I mean, I said, hey, you know, can you be quiet, please? And
You
then,
didn't say it like that either. Now, at some point, you're going to tell me what you really said. I'll wait.
I don't want to curse.
You really
but
cussed me out.
Okay.
That's what he did. He
I
cussed
didn't
me out.
curse you out fully.
Well, what's the difference between curse and curse?
When you're saying 3 of the same cuss words at the same time, I just said, could you shut,
Blank.
please.
Your Honor, I felt like I was on a ship with a sailor.
Okay. Did he initially tell you, hey, man, I'm just trying to spend some quality time in the sauna, and could you keep it down or take that outside? Or?
No, so he came in there, he had his headphones. Every time I see him, Your Honor, in the gym, he has his headphones on.
Is that true, sir?
It is.
Okay.
But
all right. I just wanted to make sure I'm following the story. Go ahead.
So, I mean, with that being said, you really don't have to take your headphones out to listen to me. Now you're in my business.
Since the church is right across the street, I'm just thinking out loud. Maybe you say, can I pray for you? You do it, a few seconds. Just so you know, I'm right across the street. If you ever want to come to a service, you're more than welcome. Because then you're still doing what you do.
Fair.
But you're also being respectful to the folks who are like, I am not trying to hear all that.
Fair. But you're right. I can tell them, look, we're not at church. But I'm so in tune with the Lord spiritually that I don't mind. I feel like I'm giving a guide. I do it for an hour,
I don't
2
think
hours.
the issue is whether or not, you don't have an issue with him being a religious person and having that influence in his life to move him in a direction?
No, sir. No.
You're just saying, can you take it someplace other than the sauna?
And he's in there preaching.
Tell me where in the rules of the gym it says that I cannot preach.
Your Honor, I do have the agreement with the gym.
Yes, let me see it.
I'll take everything you want to give him.
Yes, sir.
What else do you have while we're at it?
My medical bills and
I'll take everything.
I want to see the medical bills because you're
Perfect.
suing for a lot of money,
A lot of paperwork.
a lot of paperwork.
Your Honor, you see anything in there where it says anything about that I'll eat a bug?
Well, he says, because I've got a whole document here that he obviously printed out that you signed. No phones in the sauna or steam room, obviously, because now we got people taking pictures of folks in the dressing rooms, which
Right.
is
creepy.
so inappropriate. No loud music, no harassment threats or disrespectful communication, no unwanted touching or physical intimidation. Repeated continuation of unwanted interactions after objection may constitute harassment under this agreement. So there is no language, and which is not surprising that it's like someone cannot preach in a sauna.
Thank you.
And yet, if I'm in the sauna and that's going on, and I want to spend that time being quiet, and most people are not playing their music without earbuds, and most people, if they're having conversations, they're being so respectful with the other person sitting there. But having a full-on church service, yeah, I would find that a little annoying. Now, having said that, did you put your hands on him when you told him to?
No, sir.
You ended up getting injured.
Yeah, so what happened was after I told him to be quiet, he obviously was upset. He stood up, and that's when he said, "Brother, you need Jesus." When he did that...
Did I touch you?
You did.
I didn't touch you.
You did.
Well, what did you do?
I recall saying what he said, "Brother, you need Jesus." I reached out.
To
That's
do what?
not
Well,
hidden.
why were you reaching out?
It's something I do when I about to pray for you, or when I feel like your spirit is kind of off.
So here's what I get. I'm gonna pray for you.
Hands up.
You're saying it was more like he was going to touch you.
Yes, sir. It was like he was grabbing it, about to forcefully
And you
attack me.
assumed that meant that he was gonna put his hands on you.
Yes, sir.
So then what did you do?
I then stumbled and fell on my back.
Coming up on America's Court.
We were in face-to-face in confrontation at that time, and that's when he said, "Brother, you need Jesus."
Your Honor, I wasn't trying to harm him in any way.
I don't get the sense you were.
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lawrence Fuselier, who is suing Thomas Richardson for battery and emotional distress.
So did he actually put his hands on you?
Yes, he did. We were in face-to-face in confrontation at that time, and that's when he said, "Brother, you need Jesus."
Your Honor, I wasn't trying to harm him in any way.
I don't get the sense you were. I believe that.
wasn't.
I don't believe.
I felt threatened.
Did he fall back, Mr. Richardson?
He fell back on his own.
And that falling back resulted in what?
I lost a couple of weeks of work. I got
I mean,
injured.
what did you hit? Did you hit your head?
My
Did you-
lower back.
They had to have a CT lumbar spine test. They didn't find any sort of fractures. You had x-rays. You had some sort of strain. Now, does the $3,500 include your work losses?
The emotional distress.
And then you've got
Emotional
pictures.
distress.
Yes.
I'm looking at what looks like a sauna with a stick opening the door.
Yes, sir. That's the entrance into the sauna.
Oh, you're showing me the conditions
Yeah.
of the gym.
It's gone.
Oh, this is a nasty shower curtain. And the hole in the wall and the rust near the toilets.
It's horrible.
Okay.
Again, you pay to be there.
But it's 5 minutes.
Well, that's
from
not
me,
the
so-
issue, sir. The issue is he was asserting to the court, not to you, that the conditions are going down. So by showing me pictures that he took, he's strengthening the position and trying to establish with me that what he's saying is true. Now, if I didn't have pictures, I could say, well, I don't know if that's true or not. But and you've seen these pictures. This is the gym, correct?
Yes.
All right. So if anything, that makes him credible in terms of what he's saying.
Coming up on America's Court.
Was it reasonable for him to think that he was getting ready to be the victim of an offensive touching? So the question is, was his reaction to your action reasonable?
This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program. America's Court is back with the case of Lawrence Fuselier, who is suing Thomas Richardson for battery and emotional distress.
You said I didn't necessarily touch him, but you did extend out hands to him.
I did.
Okay. A battery is an offensive touching. So if I were to poke Deputy Thomas, I've touched him, I've connected with him. And if he finds that offensive, then I've committed a battery. I can assault you without even touching you, as long as the mindset, and especially from the person who's on the receiving end, that they're thinking, I'm getting ready to be harmed. Because if you're in close enough proximity and you make that gesture and he doesn't know where you're coming from, it's not unreasonable to think, I'm getting ready to be assaulted, so I'm going to back up. So subjectively, he felt he was going to be the victim of an assault. But it's not based on what Mr. Jones thinks. The question is, a reasonable person in that situation, what would they think? The average person, if someone's doing this to them, would they think that they were somehow going to be touched?
Yeah, and I remember it being one hand, but hey.
I didn't ask you a question.
Okay.
Because even if it's one hand, that doesn't change the dynamic.
Right.
So was it reasonable for him to think that he was getting ready to be the victim of an offensive touching? I would say yes. So the question is, was his reaction to your action reasonable?
Judge Ross's verdict when America's Court returns. This is America's Court with Judge Ross, Emmy nominated for Outstanding Legal Courtroom Program.
Now, he may have said some things that were offensive and upset you, but he didn't put his hands on you. So the question is, how much should he be compensated for that assault? And based on what I see here, there's $2,500 for your medical expenses. So what, the other $1,000 is for emotional distress?
Yes, sir. I missed a few days of work. Me and my wife was supposed to
You
go.
didn't show me proof of anything dealing with your work losses. So I can't make a decision on something that's not before me. Based on the evidence and the testimony before this court, the gavel's going to come down in favor of the plaintiff. I'm going to award you, sir, the plaintiff $2,000. That's what you're going to be entitled to, Mr. Richardson. I really want you to think twice, not so much about what you're doing. I think it's admirable, and I think that it's great that you have gone and turned the page with your life. I think it's very important, though, that you recognize that you got to accept people where they are. And everybody's not necessarily in a space where they want to go to the gym and have someone talking to them about God. It's just, it is what it is. Judgment in favor of the plaintiff in the amount of $2,000. That is the order. Case closed.
All rise.
Judge Ross has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $2,000.
Do you guys have any thoughts or words for each other?
God bless you, brother.
I don't have anything.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.